everyone, this is Tara Garcia with Tara's Tuesday Talk, CEO of Identity Mission, and here to just share my heart with you about orphan care and so many other things in our walk with Christ and caring for the orphan. Today I'm filming from Abundant Life Community Church out of Lowville, New York, where we're visiting our family during this time. And it's a sad reality that we have not been able to sit in one of these beautiful services and be with our friends and family here yet, because as you know, all of our church buildings are empty and not able to have service yet, at least in New York. Hope yours is opening soon where you are. But I wanted to think today about how hopefully during this time of not being able to join together inside of a church, we're all doing the practice of going outside the four walls and being the church in a practical way right now, at 6 feet apart, of course. So for us in Honduras, one of those practical ways is to provide a space for you to go outside your four walls of your church and come be on a mission trip. Typically, this takes place in the summer. And so also a sad reality right now is a lot of those trips aren't going to be able to happen because of COVID. Yucky, yucky COVID, go away. So we have our very own Erica Switzer, who runs our mission teams in Honduras, here today, not here, but on Tara's Tuesday Talk today, to share with you what in the world are we going to do since we can't go on that summer mission trip, and what can you do with Identity Mission still yet, even though you can't come visit us in Honduras and work side by side with our staff. So here's Erica to share that with you today.
Hey guys, so summer is almost here, and for a lot of us, when we think about summer, we think about short-term mission trips, and with good reason, because the summer months are always the busiest time of year where teams of volunteers are coming in and out of Honduras to serve not just with us at Identity Mission, but all across the board and all across Honduras. So I do want to take a minute and update you guys kind of where we're at with COVID-19 here in Honduras, the impact that it's making on short-term mission teams this summer, and what we can still do despite all of that. So as of right now in mid-May, our borders internationally are closed for travel. That's obviously the precautions taken by the government to stop as much as possible the spread of COVID-19 throughout Honduras. So it's obviously having an impact on any teams that were planning on traveling in the near future. As far as we know, in July and August, it looks like if the spread is not as intense here in Honduras, that international travel should be opened back up. I know there's a lot of questions all throughout travel, even in just the United States, of what that looks like. But if your team was still hoping to come in the late summer, as of this moment, that's still a possibility. But also just want to encourage that summer months are not the only time to come on mission teams. We are available all throughout the year to receive mission teams. So obviously summer months provide flexibility in schedule, and it's an easier time for a lot of people to wrap their mind around traveling. But we are always taking in teams any time of the year. So if you have wanted to come on a mission team, you wanted to lead a team here, we can absolutely take a team in the fall, spring, winter, anytime. So you're not limited just to the summer months. But I also just want to point out the reality that here in Honduras, the economic needs that families already fight against are still exist, and actually they're so much worse after 2+ months of no work for so many families that don't have savings accounts that they can fall back on, and there's no government stimulus checks going out to support families. Those needs still exist, and they're far more greater now, and now there's families who weren't in needs before and they weren't at risk before, but they are at risk now. And so we as Identity Mission want to be there. We want to support these families. We don't want canceled mission trips to mean less support for families, but we want to be able to step in and do more than ever before. So here's a few things that you guys can do to join us in that. One is to just advocate. If you were planning on bringing a team, or you've been thinking about bringing a team, advocating for Identity Mission is huge, and that can look like a lot of different things. That can just mean sharing about us on social media, or using your church's live stream feed, or talking in your community about Identity Mission, and to talk about the hope that kids are getting here in Honduras when they're in families and not in orphanages. You can also easily join us just on social media, sharing everything that we're putting out, and you can easily start a fundraiser online with us. The easiest way is just to reach out to us, and we can help you start your online fundraiser as you're raising awareness for Identity Mission. You can always have a link of how to give and how to take action steps. I believe so many people right now want to give and they want to make an impact. There's so many people who don't know where to start, and if they hear that you believe in Identity Mission, they have all the reason to trust you about that. So advocate with us. That's huge. Another way, in a really practical way, and especially if you were planning on bringing a team, is to think about the projects. Like we talked about, the families who were in economic needs but now have far more economic just kind of hopelessness going on. And think about when a team comes on a mission trip, typically the range is about $1,500 or so, from air travel to lodging in country to food and just moving about the country, and as well as the projects that are completed by the team. That whole bundle is probably typically around $1,500. But so often of that $1,500, the massive bulk of that is going to the travel and the lodging and the care for the person that's coming on the trip, and a very small percentage of that, typically between 10 and 25%, is going straight towards the projects and making sure projects get done for families. And just to think about the practical side of, man, like what would it look like if our teams decided to still fund those projects and to say, all right, look guys, we're super disappointed we're not going to Honduras this summer. You might be coming in the fall, you might be coming in the spring, but what if we funded those projects so that we could provide for families? How cool would that be if we could all step in together and say, all right, the 10 of us, we're going to fund this daycare for this community so that kids aren't left at home and so that parents can still go to work. Or we were going to fund this housing project for a family that is at risk and is trying to become sustainable. Or we were going to fund, just fill in the blank, but whatever that project was going to be, how awesome would it be if you could say, hey guys, we weren't just going to, we are going to. We're going to still meet that need, and we're still going to eventually go, but we're going to meet that need for right now. Because for us here at Identity Mission, it's not just a list of projects and an itinerary that is set for your trip here in Honduras, but for us, we see the families on the other side that you're waiting to meet when you come, and we know their stories and we know their needs, and we know the benefit that a short-term mission trip team can have by bringing the manpower and being the funding source for a lot of these projects. So we just think it would be so cool, so cool, if you were planning on bringing a team, or if you were thinking about the future idea of bringing a team, just to keep your focus on that, not necessarily what experience are we missing out on for us as a team, as a community of people who were going to go on a mission trip, but what if we focused on, hey, this is the impact that we are going to make. And prayerfully, yes, we do hope that we get to go and see it and we get to continue to make more impacts down the road. That's our hope. But what if we changed this was what we were going to do in the projects that we were going to finish, to this is the project that we are doing despite the fact that we can't travel right now. So we just think it would be so cool, and to build such a servant heart in the people who are going to plan on coming with your team, if they can say, hey, I don't get any of the glory because I didn't even get to go on the trip, but we're going to be a part of making an impact still anyways. So thanks for your time, guys. We can't wait to have you on mission trips with us here in Honduras. We love mission teams, and we love being able to serve families well and with excellence. But we do want to challenge you to keep joining in with us, to build awareness, to advocate on behalf of Identity Mission, and to give in to make those projects possible. And if you have any questions about how to make that a reality, we can so easily equip you with the conversation points, how to lead that conversation with your team that was going to come, and we'd love to continue joining with you guys. So thanks for your time. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday.
Thank you, Erica. It was wonderful to see your face. Miss you dearly. Erica is stuck in her house in San Pedro Sula, just like everyone else in Honduras is on lockdown. They get to leave once every 2 weeks to go to the grocery store. Imagine that. So just lift them up in prayer. They're doing okay, I believe. So I loved what Erica was sharing. Typically, when a mission team comes and joins us in Honduras, Erica has a great follow-up program to teach the team how to go back to their country of the United States, usually, to come back and to advocate and to share with others what they've learned and to continue to be a part of the impact that's going on for vulnerable orphans and families in Honduras. And so we have this just great follow-up program she has of practical ways to be an advocate and to take on the orphan causes your own way that you're meeting those needs that the Lord called us to. And so what she's suggesting is let's flip the order. Because of what's going on, let's think outside of the box. Let's flip that order. Before you even get to come and be hands-on, go ahead and start advocating. Start letting people know about the need. Start learning. There's so many resources out there for you, and Erica can get all of that into your hands so your group can make your impact now. And then when you come, later, as she said, maybe in winter, maybe next summer, when you do get to come and be the boots on the ground, you already know the people that you've impacted. You'll already be able to say, our team last year was a part of making that happen to the glory of the Lord. And so why don't you flip that order? Go ahead and get a plan going. Reach out to Erica at identitymission.org, and figure out what projects your team can go ahead and follow through with, even though you don't get to come be on the ground yet in Honduras. And believe it or not, our staff will make that project happen and complete with your partnership in it, and you'll be able to come next year and say, wow, God has been working already, and now we're here and getting to continue being a part of that impact. And it'll grow that culture of missions in your church. Go ahead and get it started. Be the church outside the walls today from your home, and get that thought rolling with your team that was going to go on a mission trip this summer. And Erica mentioned some great projects that, yes, we already have them. They're going to happen. They need to happen. Instead of us having to fundraise, why don't you take on that project as your team that would have been coming? I mentioned one back in March 21st on that Tuesday Talk, Tara's Tuesday Talk, March 21st, about Angel and Joanna. If you want to go listen to that, that's a project. $1,500 will get that project done, and they will be able to have that bedroom for their family. You'll have to go listen to the talk to hear all about that project. And there's many, many, many more. So let's be the church outside the walls, especially now while we can't be the church inside the walls. So glad to talk to you guys today. I hope you're having a beautiful Tuesday, and stay tuned. Next Tuesday, don't miss it. Laura Chelf is going to be on Tara's Tuesday Talk, and she's opening the box, the dinner party box you may be seeing right now, to have a Honduran style dinner party at your home. Get the box delivered to your door. She's going to open it for us and let us know what all goodies are inside, except for the surprise. She still will not let you know what surprise you'll get. Artisan surprise you will get when you get that box delivered. So thank you guys. See you next Tuesday.